Okay, minasan konnichiwa, Samurai Engineer desu. So in this video, we already set up and have an initial uh, uh, formation of each side. So as you can see, this one and this one, they are the same, but the only difference, is actually the dot. The only difference of these two kings is actually this dot, this small dot, very small dot. That is the only difference. You can compare. That is the only difference. The small dot here. Okay. So in this video, I will show you those exemptions. So they are the same, but they are not really the same. So usually uh, that difference will tell us which one is supposed to which side is supposed to move the pieces on the board first. Okay, so what else? So those kings do not have markings on the back. All of the other pieces like the pawns, okay, you can check, they must have markings at the back. Okay, there are no other way to distinguish your pieces from your opponent's pieces because of the same color at the start. The only way to distinguish them is the direction. Your pieces is directed towards your opponent and his pieces is directed towards you. That's the only difference. Okay, and also before I forget, there are extra pieces, but you should not use this extra. They are just given freely as an extra. For example, in international chess, sometimes the maker of the chessboard will give you extra queens. Okay, but here usually they give you 4 extra pawns. Okay, so these are extra. At the start of the game, this must be placed far, so they are not supposed to be used. And also here the container wherein the pieces are placed will be used. You have to use this on your side and on your opponent's side. This is how to use them. You have to use them there at the start of the game. Okay, this is your okay. So if there is a chess clock, they may use the chess clock, but this container must be placed like this. Why? I will explain why. Because the reason why they have the same symbols and the same shape. For example, this one is the same as this one. This one the same as this one. So these are the powerful rook. So a little bit lower power rook. Rook with a lower or lesser power than this one. So the same on those 4 corners. Okay, they have the same markings. Almost they have the same corresponding markings. Okay, and as I already mentioned, all of the pawns have markings at their back. Okay, and the pieces, okay, have markings at their back like this one. Okay, boom. Then they have markings. They have markings at the back. Okay, I already showed you the previous video that the kings do not have markings at the back, because if the king is captured or Okay, let's call it capture. The king can get mated, can be mated. So checkmate. That is the time that the game is over. So it can be captured. So there's no way that we can have the useful uh, markings on the other side because it is mated anyway. Why bother? No? So that is the reason why we do not have markings on the other side. Okay, so we do not have markings on the superior queen. Okay, but we have markings on the regular queen. Okay, so superior queen. Okay, so only three pieces do not have markings. These three, and also on the other side, this queen do not have markings. This queen do not have markings. Okay, this king do not have markings. Why? The reason why we have markings and we have similar corresponding pieces because in Japanese chess, if you capture your opponent's pieces, you can use them as your own. For example, we'll give you, for example, you are going to like that, okay, and then you capture it. Now you can capture it now. This is the correct capturing of pieces in Japanese chess pawn. That is the capture of pawns. So your captured pawns, you have to place it uh, on your container, on your container cover, ready to be used for the battle. You can use this again as your own, pieces. Okay, so imagine if you have if you are going to capture this powerful piece, imagine you can use them later as your own. You you can use them at any given turn. If it's your turn to move, you can use them, place it on the available or valid square. Okay, so that's how different is the international chess to Japanese chess, because here you can use your opponent's pieces as your own after you capture them. So if you capture many pieces from your opponent, you can use them as your own. Okay, so that's a reason why we have the same color and shape and so on. Okay, so in the next video I will again explain to you why we have the red markings on the backside of the pieces. Again, this is Dr. AP, preaching engineering for nation building.